It's Luke and Naomi.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and more importantly, happy Cowboys Victory Tuesday.
Ah, okay.
And because we didn't have a show last week, happy Cowboys Victory belated Friday.
That's right.
For the
Friday.
Thanksgiving Day win. Boy, that was really nice. Dallas winning on Thanksgiving Day. They scare me sometimes. You know what I mean?
I know, because I have to deal with the anger and tension in the house.
Walked right into that one.
Yep.
So anyway, happy Cowboys Victory Tuesday. Recording on a Tuesday because everything got away from us, and yesterday we had to go do a bunch of shopping.
Yeah. It's that time of the year. We're
really
just like, I am
self-inflicted.
Scared. I'm scared. I mean, every single day until the new year, we have something going on.
It's all self-inflicted too. I mean, we just decided to do all this extra stuff. You got treats going on. We're gonna go do some crazy things downtown.
That's right. It is self-inflicted. And like the treats I've mentioned before, like I love baking treats for the holidays and making all these chocolates and, dipping pretzels.
I love it too.
And all this kind of stuff. Who doesn't? Chocolate, treats, butter, and fat. Yes.
All I can think of is John Lovitz and the Wedding Singer off to the side, and I'm reaping all the benefits.
Right. But I get into these projects, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know who I should make that stuff for? Everybody I work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know who else?
Spend
their siblings and spouses and children.
Let's spend another 2 weeks every single night in the kitchen making treats until I can't stand chocolate anymore.
Yep.
Because that's basically what's going on now.
Yep.
So between that and then, like you said, the other self-inflicted, just
doings
everything.
that transpiring. That's what we got. Lots of stuff going on. We got the symphony coming up. We're gonna go.
I just got all anxious in the middle of that sentence and was just like, oh my goodness, we really do have so much going on.
Yeah, we definitely do. We got to look forward to it, though, I suppose.
Yeah,
otherwise,
it's going to be great.
Then it does feel self-inflicted and negative, right?
Like Luke was saying, we've got the symphony. It's the Symphony of North Carolina.
Yeah, the North Carolina Symphony. It's their holiday pop show.
Yeah.
We're gonna go check that out thanks to a buddy at work. And really never been to the symphony myself, so kind of looking forward to that.
Getting fancy.
I like music, right?
Yeah.
I should enjoy this, right? I hope.
We're about to find out.
I am excited. It should be really cool. It's holiday music. It's just going to be, all the Christmas classics played on instruments, right? The
Usually they are
just
played
out of me as I was
on instruments.
you just lost all the confidence.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because I don't know. I have no, I kind of have a clue, but no real
It's
clue.
a
what we're in
symphony, and it's Christmas music.
for. But either way, exciting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. And then Christmas parties galore. Christmas shopping has to be done.
Oh,
we got
my
work
goodness.
stuff going on. It's just insane.
The Christmas shopping part. And, I like going out and buying gifts. It's fun. I get excited for it. But I also dread it at the same time.
Yeah.
Because, oh, my goodness, I've got, 2 days available to go out, and I've got to get everything done. And I've got to find those gifts. And it's like, I have ideas of what to get people. I don't have specific lists.
For real.
It's not like, hey, I'm going to buy this specific item for this specific person. It's like, I'm going to get something like this. Then I got to go run out and try to find something like this from a random store.
Something that just kind of fills the random
idea that I
image
had
in your mind.
Yeah.
Maybe image.
This weird thought bubble cloud.
Yeah, it's an amorphous blob of just, you don't know, but you'll know when you see it.
That's exactly
so you just have to wander aimlessly through stores. And guess what I get to do through all this? Same.
Yeah.
I found a trick of looking for toys or tools or something fun for me.
That's right.
You'll notice I just wander off. Where the hell did he go? Oh, you know where I went.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what's been going on with us aside from the usual stuff. Thanksgiving was awesome.
Thanksgiving was awesome.
It feels a little, I don't know, selfish and weird by saying Thanksgiving was awesome and then going right to it was just the two of us.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Thanksgiving was awesome. It was just the two of us. We didn't have to drive, across town or to a different state or 3 hours away to go see family and friends and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Not that we don't want to see them, but we didn't. And that was okay. And it was actually kind of nice not having to be like, oh, we've got to be here at a specific time. Don't forget to bring the green bean casserole and all this. There was no
Sharing.
deadlines, no pressure. It was just, hey, let's get up, hang out for a little while. All right, let's start cooking. All right, I'm going to start working on this. Let's have a glass of wine. All right, let's eat dinner now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And no sharing, which was awesome.
No sharing. Yep.
So the bird came out really great. We used my mom's brine. That's like a thing. How long have you heard of like a turkey brine? Because I was talking to a person or two at work that, just didn't know about it, really.
I've always heard of a turkey brine.
Okay.
You brine your turkey.
I mean, I've only been cooking turkeys for, 4 years now since we left New York. And
yeah, something like that.
I love the comfort of Mom's Thanksgiving cooking.
Yep.
But, so the brine was awesome. I modified her recipe by adding, I have the water with soda, with 7-Up.
That's right.
It was good.
Yeah, big kudos to you and the turkey this year. Your turkey is always great, but this year it was even better.
It was stupid good. I was just so...
I don't know the difference, but I don't care. It was just good.
I loved it. So that was great. Everything else came out really well. And
the best part about this, though, is we bought a 13-pound turkey for the two of us.
I was wondering which one of us was going to bring that
13 pounds.
I've told 4 or 5 people since Thanksgiving, they tell, how big a bird you get? It's 13 pounds. What the hell? Yeah. And guess how much is left?
A little baggie full in the freezer.
Yeah, Naomi cubed up what was left of the leftovers.
Yeah.
And if you've been listening to Luke and Naomi for any amount of time, every Thanksgiving we talk about it. Our favorite way to do those leftovers is the egg rolls. We get the egg roll wrappers, turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, some cranberry sauce, roll those up, pan fry them, and
they're amazing.
They're amazing.
I would eat that for like 2 weeks after Thanksgiving if I could.
That and famous bowls. We do the whole mashed potatoes and the whole thing and throw them all together and mix it up. That's those two. And that now you know why we had very little leftovers.
That's right.
I mean, well, we did, but we don't anymore.
Yeah, between that and then how many just random plates of food where it's like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make myself a Thanksgiving dinner plate. It's Saturday morning and this is my breakfast. But that's okay because that's what you do the week after Thanksgiving.
You usually I do anyway. You kind of get worn out of eating all the leftovers and stuff like that. But I don't even know how to do it without feeling like I'm bragging, but I would just make that whole meal again. Yeah. Immediately right now.
Yeah, it was really good.
Man, it was so... I want it again as I'm thinking about it. I'm starting to salivate a little bit. This is going to become a problem.
Watch out.
Anyway, so Thanksgiving went well. We had a good weekend after that. Did the local shopping deal here in Wilmington.
That's right.
Went downtown. Checked
Small
out the
Business
Riverwalk.
Saturday.
Small Business Saturday. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
The local shopping deal.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you're the greatest, because
because we're on the same wavelength.
That's right.
I can decode.
You clean up my messes, really.
Yeah. I can
So,
decode and translate what he's trying to say.
Yeah, so that was great. And then right after that, I think it was that Sunday, we started putting up some decorations, and then we finished that off this past weekend.
That's right.
Well, we didn't finish. I got a couple of things to do still. But
we have one window where we're going to hang up the lights, get your leg lamp up there, all that stuff. And we bought tinsel for our tree that we bought because our tree is a little scraggly.
It's awesome.
He's cute. He's just a little scraggly.
It's awesome. A picture of it is on Luke and Naomi On-Air Facebook page.
A lot of people have
seen it, I know, but I love it.
We did the best we could, and he is just great the way he is.
That's
you
right.
know,
we picked out a real tree.
Yeah.
And walked around the lot, agonized over a couple of different ones.
Let me interrupt this first. When did trees get so freaking expensive?
I think it was Christmas 2019.
Because what the heck? This is the smallest tree we have ever bought, and I think it's cost us the most money.
I don't know about the most money, but it is right in the wheelhouse of what I expected to pay for a tree. As I was looking at it, it's like, okay, if this was that much, are they all the same price, was what I was thinking initially. And then I'm walking around and I go, oh.
Nope.
Well, we're never getting a bigger tree than this.
I'm a little sad because I wanted a bigger tree.
Oh,
Now,
man.
it kind of worked out because
Even that bigger tree, too. I'm telling you what. We
We
have
can't-
a tiny apartment.
yeah, we can't have a bigger tree, but I want a bigger tree.
She kept going, how about this one? But this one's nice, and it's like, look how fat that thing is. It would stick out to the whole middle of our living room.
But it would look so nice.
We can't.
And you
That's
only
exactly
have
what
to.
she said too.
And you only have to deal with cramped spaces for like 30 days. It's fine. Just walk around the tree.
Oh, goodness.
That's all.
So we got a tree that we dig. You can see the picture of it on the Facebook page, like I'm saying. And I want to name it
Scraggles.
I want to name it the Grinch, honestly, because it's I didn't cut all the top branches off. I should have just cut like the whole top part off with
Nah,
those, like
it's fine.
the 4 pieces that stick out that we've got a couple of things hanging off of.
Then we wouldn't be able to hang those ornaments there, so it worked out.
And then the stars just on like a stick
Basically,
about 6 feet above the actual tree itself.
And it's kind of sideways.
And it sort of leans a little
Yeah.
bit, so it does remind me of just the Grinch so much.
I think it should be called like Scraggles or something like that.
Scraggles the tree. I'm with it. We'll call it that.
Okay.
I like it. So other than that, we got some lights up around the house and things like that. We are ready to go.
Yeah, did all that fun holiday decorating and all that kind of stuff, and it's just now the finishing up the shopping, getting the holiday baking done, and relaxing and actually trying to enjoy this time of the year.
Yeah.
Good luck to us all.
Good luck to us all. So if you found that you put up some Christmas lights over the weekend too, guess what? I found a poll.
Of course you did.
I love my surveys and polls and things like that. 4,000 people asked when they usually put up Christmas lights and when people should start doing it. Here's what we got.
Wait, I'm going to interrupt this because this is important.
All right.
It depends on where you live.
It does have a lot to do with that, I think.
If you live in the north, you better start earlier because it's going to snow on you, it's going to be cold, and you're going to be miserable trying to hang those lights.
You should, because you should. Pre-Halloween's a good time to do that if you're in the north.
Yeah.
How many people really do that?
1%.
You know how many times I tried? I was like, you know what, I'm going to do that this year.
I'm going to do that this weekend. We're going to put up the Christmas lights.
All of a sudden it's Thanksgiving, and I'm like, oh, damn it. Now it's snowing.
It's snowing. Yep, and you
Yeah.
got to go out there.
Not anymore, though. Not anymore. It is 70 degrees as we're recording
Oh,
this.
it's beautiful.
Right now.
Oh,
I was just outside in T-shirt. It's
Yep.
beautiful. 23% say they normally put up their Christmas decorations and lights the first week of December.
I feel like that's a good starting point. You
Why
know,
not?
either the right after Thanksgiving up to the first week of December. I feel that chunk is prime Christmas decorating time.
I really like the idea of getting everything done the weekend after Thanksgiving. Black Friday, because I can go on Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
So you can hang out, kind of recover from Thanksgiving on the Friday, and then go through the weekend, get your lights up and the tree and all that stuff. I love it. So let's see, 15% of people think it's still too early for decorations.
Like right now?
Yeah, first week of December.
It's the 6th. Are you going to put up Christmas lights, on the 15th, have them up for 15 days and then take them back down? That's a lot of work.
Really?
The point of decorating early is so you can enjoy it longer and it wasn't a huge waste of time.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Christmas Eve. You know what we should do? Decorate the tree, because that sounds like a good idea.
It's perfect for movies.
Yeah.
That always drove me nuts, too, by the way, is when they're in the movies and it's like, oh, it's Christmas Eve. Let's go get the tree in the forest.
Yeah.
Cut it
Like,
down.
really?
And all of a sudden they're in a predicament, which I guess is the perfect way to get your people. It was just such a weird idea to me.
It is. It is a weird idea. Nobody waits until Christmas Eve to get a tree. And if you do, I want to hear from you because that's ironic.
Absolutely.
Or idiotic. That's the word I'm looking for.
It started with an I.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Me, you, not so good with words today.
You don't know talking good like you and me.
Yeah.
Let's see. So 15% of people think it's still too early for Christmas decorations.
15% of people are wrong.
Of those 4% think you should wait until next week. In the teens, I guess. And we did that, the Facebook memories come up and you see all that. So this is about the time I start to see our old decorations and our trees of years past. And we've done some pretty killer decorations, I'm telling you.
You know what my Facebook memory was for today? It was a whole fridge full of holiday baking treats.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I
you're
saw that.
way behind.
Yes, I'm already behind. And I'm like, how is this possible? It's the 6th, you know?
Wow.
Anyways.
So, we saw all the decorations of years past and things like that. And I remember the one year, I don't know what it was, time just got away from us, and we didn't get a tree until like the 10th or 12th or 13th of
Which was
of
really
December.
sad.
And it was, I remember, and every time I see that one come by on the Facebook, it's like, oh man, what were we doing? We really
Why did
dropped
we
the ball.
wait so
I
long?
get all sad about it and everything.
Me too, because I feel like, again, you get the Christmas tree up early, you get into the holiday spirit early, all that good stuff.
It helps.
Yeah.
It helps. We've got that great pine smell in the living room right now. It's
my
beautiful.
goodness, as soon as you open the door to our apartment, it just, poof, you get hit with pine.
It's nice. It's nice. So 4% of people think you should wait until next week. 8% said the week before Christmas.
8% is like really, really, really wrong.
And then 3% of the people surveyed here don't think lights should go up until Christmas Day. And that's lights. That's not even the tree.
Christmas Day?
So you're telling me you want me out there on Christmas Day?
Hey, make sure you put the Santa up. It's Christmas Day. Not that he was just here or anything.
That's so weird. No. So only around 1% of people do actually put them up in September.
Okay.
The go-getters. Those are the early bird people. 5%.
Those are the people who live in Canada and is like, we got to beat that first snowfall.
That's right.
Yeah.
5% said October, which,
That's fine.
Those are, from where we know, those are the early birds for us, from where we grew up and things like that. The most popular month, obviously, November.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving pre or post. 44% of the vote with November. A lot of those people said late November, right after Thanksgiving, which is, about the norm, right? That or first week of December, of course. 4% said they leave some holiday decorations up year round.
Yeah, because it's easier to just leave it there.
I have absolutely done that, but not because I really liked it, but because just super, super lazy.
Yeah, that's all right. It's okay.
That's right. But it's okay. But yeah, they're off. I don't turn them on at night in March.
You could.
But then they're ready come next December, and I look like the smart guy.
Not only that, but then you don't have to get out there in the snow and try to put up Christmas lights.
Absolutely. A little warning on that, though. If you do leave your Christmas lights up year-round, watch out for squirrels and things like that, because one year I had that happen. The squirrels took the lights down for us. They took them and shredded them and used them for a nest somewhere.
They did not want you leaving them up all year.
Crazy. My dad caught him, running off with the wires they had just chewed through and running down the street towards the trees.
Does that squirrel got something in its mouth? I think it's Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Yep, those are Christmas lights. All right.
They go on sale in Dollar General the day after Christmas, squirrel. Anyway, so that's what we've been up to. That's what's been going on. And now it's time for, I know, I led it into the Christmas lights thing, but
yeah.
Now it's time for some random facts for your Tuesday.
All right.
And I got a little bit of a bonus, too, because we skipped last week.
All right.
So here is your weekly dose of Did You Know? Did you know in the U.S. Virgin Islands you drive on the left side of the road?
Did not know that.
It's the only U.S. territory that does that.
Okay.
And because most of the vehicles are imports, federalized imports, I'm not even sure what that means, drivers also sit on the left-hand side of the car.
Okay.
So it's completely just the other side of the road. Like in England and stuff, I'm pretty sure Brian can clarify this, but in England, I'm pretty sure the driver sits on the right-hand side on the left side of the road. And now I'm cross-eyed.
I know. That was too many directions for me. Just let me know if I'm on the right or wrong side of the road, basically.
Next time
I'll sit behind the steering wheel.
Yeah.
That's all.
Next time we watch anything from England, I'll be like, so what? And then I'll get cross-eyed again.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you know a false claim was once made that Pittsburgh has more bridges than any other city? Not true.
Okay. I've never heard that, but okay.
Pittsburgh doesn't even have the most in any city in Pennsylvania.
No.
I don't know where Philadelphia came from. According to Guinness Book of World Records, the city that does have the most is believed to be Hamburg, Germany.
Okay.
The exact number, not known. They're random facts. I can't ask me why.
That was
I
a
read
terrible random fact. I don't
really
like
was.
it.
Didn't you know that Japan is the only country left in the world with a monarchy that uses emperor instead of king or queen?
Huh. Guess I never really thought about it.
I like emperor instead of king or queen. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it hits the ear better.
It's because probably Star Wars.
Probably.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Did you
I know you. I know how you operate.
Love the Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know all the sweaters Mr. Rogers wore on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood were knit by his mother?
Oh, that's cute.
It is. That's adorable.
Yeah.
Did you know the first 7 lifesaver flavors? Have you ever heard the first 7 lifesaver flavors?
No. I feel like that was a tongue twister there. I'm going to guess one's lemon.
All right.
There's always a lemon. Wait, can I guess them?
You sure can, but first,
What?
I'm going to tell you there's 7, and they're insane.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't want to guess them.
2 still exist.
The lemon?
Not one that still exists.
I haven't had lifesavers in so long. I don't even know. No, I'm not even going to try to guess this if they're
You know what? You
were
can take
insane.
three more guesses.
A lime.
Okay.
Cherry.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
None of those. None of those. The original 7 flavors of lifesavers. Peppermint and wintergreen. Those are the 2 that still exist.
Okay.
I can't. Clove.
No way. Gross.
Licorice is the next one.
That's disgusting.
Cinnamon.
Nope.
Violet. And chocolate.
A chocolate lifesaver.
Maybe.
Maybe. Violet though?
Yeah, let's
It's
back
like
up to
eating
that.
like potpourri.
I,
Gross.
what does violet taste like?
Oh, your breath smells so fresh and flowery.
Violet, you taste like violet. Violet.
Gross.
That is gross.
Yeah.
I just think of they said they were going to juice her. Is that where the juice went? Into the first 7 lifesaver flavors? And they're like, no, this tastes way too much like person.
That is awful. That was an awful train of thought. Oh my gosh, you should be ashamed about that one.
Look at Naomi.
Oh,
what can you
man.
do? That's what you get.
Hold my head in shame.
All right, so
hang my head in shame.
That was the first half. Here's some different. I'm afraid they're not going to get much better.
Not after that one.
Did you know you need a permit in Arizona to feed garbage to pigs?
Why would you feed garbage to pigs in the first place?
Sports bars.
I'm done. I am out of here. My gosh.
Did you know Southern Baptists have 51,379 churches in America, more than any other religious group?
Huh. Did not know that.
Neither did I. Did you know a serving of disgusting kale is about 2 cups and has more vitamin C than an orange?
Oh, I did know that.
So 2 cups of horrible kale or 2 oranges.
I like kale. It's not horrible. It tastes like broccoli, but just leafier.
Yeah, no. It's like
not that
trying
bad.
to chew burlap or something.
No, it's not.
Leather?
Oh my goodness.
Let's see here. Did I skip any? Yes, I did. Did you know in the computer program Mavis Beacon teaches typing from the 1980s?
That's me typing, by the way.
There you go.
That's that noise.
Mavis Beacon wasn't real.
I didn't think so.
The people who developed the software made her up and hired a woman named Renee L'Esperance.
I didn't think Mavis Beacon was
play
based
her.
on a real person.
Mavis Beacon and Betty Crocker, both not real. Sad.
Oh, yeah. Real sad.
I know it. My world has come crashing down.
Yeah.
Finally, did you know the first gold record ever went to Glenn Miller for Chattanooga Choo Choo?
No.
Yes. His record company actually gave it to him in 1942 for selling 1.2 million copies. A Chattanooga Choo Choo.
I'm so mad right now.
The Recording Industry Association of America took over the gold record process in 1958.
No, nobody understands that
Nobody's
when
gonna
we
either. You can try.
drove through Chattanooga, Luke kept singing that over and over and over again.
In that voice, too.
In that voice. And I'm like, what? I just don't understand.
She never heard the song.
No. It's just awful. Like, what? The song is ruined, by the way, and I've never heard it. Luke ruined that song for me.
It wasn't hard to ruin that song.
Yeah, so, unfortunately, never gonna hear that song the way it's supposed to be done.
Yes, you just have. That's
and it was
exactly
a
how it
long road trip.
It was. Yeah, Chattanooga to Wilmington was...
A while.
It took a while. Anyway, that's some random facts for your Tuesday, your weekly dose of Did You Know? All right, let's see. Speaking of ruining things, Hellman's wants people to put eggnog in mayonnaise. I mean, mayonnaise in eggnog. Either way, way
Either
too
way,
much
it's
mayonnaise.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah. I know you don't care for mayonnaise or eggnog, so how do you feel about this?
I think it sounds disgusting.
Oh, you don't think if you mixed them, you might want to try it?
Hey, let's take these two items that you don't care about, put them together.
So
Sounds great, right?
Yeah, right. So Hellman's wants you to try to mix mayo into the eggnog. Eggs are the third ingredient in mayo, and they claim it works even better than egg yolks.
I can see that, honestly, because, like, mayo does make a lot of things better than you would think. You know, a lot of dips and things like that where instead of adding sour cream, you add mayo. Like, they're just better.
Yeah.
They're fattening and worse for you, but they're better.
You ever heard of the mayonnaise cakes that they do? Where instead of
I've
doing
heard that,
eggs
yes.
and oil, you throw in a cup of mayo.
Yeah.
Which is...
It
okay.
sounds weird, but tastes good. So, honestly, this whole idea, probably not bad. Still something I don't want, though, because I don't care about eggnog.
It's definitely not Pepsi milk, that's for sure.
No.
Which Pepsi's still trying to get people on the pilk bandwagon.
Yeah, but did you see there was a big thing about it because Lindsay Lohan did it?
Yeah.
Recently. Yeah, and so it became a whole thing and brought back, you know, oh, is this gross or is this a good idea? And some people are like, look, this has already been done before. And then a bunch of
Shirley and all of that.
and then a bunch of people were like, no, I love it. A bunch of people are like, that sounds gross. You know, the whole deal.
Yeah. And we've been on that whole thing as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, the people at Hellman's are selling a blended eggnog mayo version called Frozen Mayo Nog at a place in New York this month.
Can I talk to their marketing team? Because that's a terrible name.
For real. It hits the menu at a bar called Amy Fontaine's on December 15th. For anyone else, they post the recipe, so you can go ahead and just fatten right up for the winter.
Yeah. I mean, they could have just put, like, even Megnog or something. Something different, but that was not, nope.
How about
nope.
Yo-Nog? I like that. Yo-Nog.
Whatever.
Maize-Nog? No, that doesn't
No,
sound right at all.
ew, gross.
All right, let's move off of trying to do that. Each cup of the if you want to know the recipe, by the way, each cup has 4 teaspoons of mayo, along with milk, heavy cream, simple syrup, nutmeg, vanilla extract, and cinnamon, plus rum and brandy, of course, and cognac.
Yeah.
So
That's how you get through drinking it, is all the alcohol.
There's also a non-alcoholic version. It's called a spoon.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know, man. Mayo,
No.
No, just no. And speaking of just no, you know, we occasionally will come across these crazy jobs that we always talk about applying for and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, like the candy tester.
Yeah.
You know, I never actually applied for
I
that.
can't believe you didn't.
And I'm really mad that I didn't, because what's going to hurt applying for this job? The worst that's going to happen is they say no.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you don't get a call back or something like that.
I'm really bummed I didn't apply for that job.
Also, while I'm thinking about it, the Wienermobile is apparently in Wilmington as we speak.
I did see that, yes.
So I might have to go check that one out, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, crazy jobs. New York City is looking for a rat czar.
That sounds disgusting and awful.
What do you think that entails?
Chasing rats.
Well,
King of the rats,
nailed
right?
it. Pretty much nailed it. So
Chase them out of this sewer and into this sewer.
I don't even know if it pays well according to, New York City rent standards and things like that, with how high rent is everywhere, and I mean Manhattan and such is just absurd. $170,000 a year. So we'll start there. Deal or no deal.
It's piquing my interest now.
$170,000. Here's a little bit from the job description. It says you have to be highly motivated, somewhat bloodthirsty.
That's disgusting.
Have a killer instinct and a swashbuckling attitude.
So you're actually killing these rats.
You also have to be up for the last line, the wholesale slaughter of rats. So what do you think? That's what I thought. Your title would be Director of Rodent Mitigation.
I like
Kill
how
all the rats. Got it.
I like how they tied it all nice with a pretty bow. Made it sound nice.
Director.
Yeah.
It's a leadership role.
You've got a title. That's so exciting. That sounds awful. Horrific.
It does, doesn't it?
No, thank you.
So on top of needing to have some bloodlust there, they also want someone with a background in project management and urban planning. That would help.
Yeah.
It does require a bachelor's degree. And you have to live in New York for 3 months before you apply.
So you know what you're getting yourself into. These are all the rats I've got to take care of.
Study their habits. No, yeah, I mean, you have to be a New York City resident. But if you don't live in New York City, it's like, yeah, go move there to prepare for this job. You'll figure out real quick you don't want it.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen New York City rats?
I have seen them on like a YouTube video, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever saw. Like, I thought it was a joke at first.
Nature.
Disgusting.
It's
Absolute.
amazing.
Like.
Amazing.
Oh. Blech.
Amazing. So let's see. Don't expect to be pushing papers around all day, though, even though you are the director, because whoever they hire will have to, and quote, lead from the front using hands-on techniques to exterminate rodents with authority and efficiency. So no shotguns.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is horrible. That is horrible.
The Pied Piper of New York City.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, thank you. I have no interest in that job. I have no interest in living in New York City anyways.
I used to.
I did too, but, before I heard about these rats, then I was like, you know what? No thanks.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
So, I don't even know how the hell to transition away from
killing rats to what? What's our next topic?
So we mentioned earlier that we have a little bit more decorating to do.
Yeah.
And basically what that is in our other room, our other window, I'm going to put up my Christmas Story leg lamp.
That's right.
Last year we did this when we got here. It was great. It's probably one of the cooler things I've ever done with it instead of just putting it out. So, kind of decorated around the window, hung some lights, moved the curtain back so the curtain's behind it and things. And I'm going to do that this year. Maybe zhuzh it up a little bit too with a couple extra things and some nice wrapped pedestal and stuff like that.
All the good stuff. Going the whole 9 yards.
Post pictures of that on our Facebook page as well, as usual and all that, but might have to get that leg lamp replaced.
Why?
Sooner rather than later because of this. Miller High Life is getting in on the leg lamp game.
All right.
And it is a leg lamp beer tower.
I'm interested.
So it is basically take your regular leg lamp, put a tap on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I guess we could use an upgrade.
It is not the exact same leg lamp as Christmas Story. It's based on that. And let's see here. It holds a full 6-pack. Tap at the bottom, of course, for you to pour from. They're $120.
What? I don't want it. Not for
know.
that price. I mean, that's cool and all, but no, not for that price.
It is pretty cool if you.
Look, it's the holidays, and I'm like penny pinching over here. I got Christmas shopping to do. I'm not spending $120 on a leg lamp that only holds 6 beers.
But look at it.
6 beers.
But look at it.
All right, let me see this picture. Let me turn this way. No. Yeah, just no. No, not interested. Goodbye.
So it is.
I'm not even interested in the leg lamp to begin with.
I know it.
Poor
thing.
So just keep the original because guess what? That's free. We already have that.
I have 3 versions of the leg lamp. I have this one I have, which is sort of a miniature version. It is a miniature version. Then I have a tiny, tiny version that's like 3 inches.
Yeah.
And then somewhere at some point, some secret Santa bought me a. Oh no, that's not a leg lamp. No,
you do have a glass leg lamp, but
yes.
I thought your mom got that.
My mom got me that.
Yeah.
I'm confusing it with the Das Boot. Drinking boot.
That was Secret Santa.
That's not a leg lamp. No. That's just Secret Santa. But yeah, my mom also got me a glass leg lamp that we use for Christmas decorations and stuff like that.
Yeah, I fill it with pretty little
so, why not
Christmas jingle bells and little bulbs and stuff.
We'll add to the collection. If you don't get a chance to see what it looks like, if you remember the old Miller High Life commercials, which not many people do.
No.
They had like the girl in the moon logo. It's been on the High Life bottles for like decades. It's a girl with a red boot, red and gold stockings, and they use that leg and boot.
Right.
Throw the lampshade on. It does light up too.
Cool, but not worth $120. Sorry.
Liquid and electricity and drinking. Why not?
Yeah.
Still really cool. It goes on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I imagine they'll sell out, in 20 minutes or less.
Yeah, because you've got enough people that are like, I have to have that.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. So that's what I want for Christmas. There you go.
You're not getting it. I'm sorry. There's just absolutely no way.
Miller High Life. Pretty cool. Getting in on the whole Christmas Story thing with the new movie coming out. By the way, we got to watch that soon. And we'll have a review of that as soon as we watch it.
Oh, yeah? All right.
But first, it is that time. I got to get like some boulders falling down or something like that. Sound effects for your Under a Rock reviews.
That's right.
What do you
Boulders...
think? Is that even a thing? Would you know what a rock slide would sound like?
I don't think so. I think it would
like
just
that?
sound weird.
All right. Well,
we're going to have to come up with something else.
We'll get something. I would love to get it. We'll get some sort of imaging
Sound
or something
effect.
like that.
Yeah.
Sound effect for Naomi's Under a Rock reviews. Are you ready? So if you don't know what this is, it's the first time you're ever listening to Luke and Naomi on air. Naomi's Under a Rock reviews. Basically, Naomi's lived under a rock her whole life.
That's right.
Hasn't seen a ton of movies. And now we're making her watch those movies that everybody's seen.
Finally. I'm finally getting around to watch these movies that I probably should have seen like 20 years ago.
That's right. So if
honest.
you've seen these movies, relive them, through Naomi's eyes. Relive your first watch through Naomi's eyes. And if you've never seen it, well, she'll let you know if you should.
That's right.
Would you like to tell everybody what our movie this week is?
So I watched in full this week because I do want to mention I have seen clips of this movie. Like it has been on TV or somebody else is watching it and I've sat down, but I think the longest span of this movie I saw was probably 4 minutes. So I never understood anything that was going on, would get bored and get back up. But finally sat down and watched in its entirety Tombstone.
All right.
Yes.
Tombstone, which I have seen 40 bajillion times because, cowboys.
I understand if you've seen it 40 bajillion times. I thought it was a good movie. Yeah. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was, Western shoot 'em up kind of movie without being cheesy Western shoot 'em up kind of movie. It had a good storyline and everything. I guess I don't even know where to start. I have no idea where to start with this movie.
We'll start right at the beginning of the movie. It kind of gives you the voiceover setting up everything.
Yeah, which gave me the biggest surprise of the movie was the fact that Tombstone is the name of the town. Never thought of that.
I was waiting for this part because didn't even think of asking you. Why the hell would you know if but...
Tombstone. I thought that was a clever way they were going to tie it to somebody's tombstone at some point.
It's a metaphor for death or some junk like that, right?
But no, that's the name of the town. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's interesting.
We're off and running here. This is the Under a Rock review right there.
Yeah. So I knew Doc was going to be the sick one.
Doc Holliday, of course.
Yeah. So I finally get all of that too, by the way. How many times I've heard the name Doc Holliday and had no idea what anybody was talking about.
Yes.
I did not even realize that it had to do with this movie.
Legendary gunslinger.
Yeah. So when they're introducing themselves and stuff and the guy's like, I'm Doc or this is Doc or whatever. And still it didn't register until they said his full name, Doc Holliday. And I'm just like, oh, that's Doc Holliday.
That's right.
All right.
And Val Kilmer's pretty famous depiction of Doc Holliday too. So.
Yes, which I loved. That was such a great character. So I knew he was going to be the sick one. He looked sick. So whoever did his makeup did a real good job.
Between that and Val Kilmer, he crushed that.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
Absolutely. So I'm a little confused though. Because I thought Doc was supposed to be the prophecy guy that the preacher mentioned in the beginning. Remember?
The horse is pale, not the rider.
But the guy said that his Spanish was horrible. So I thought he meant, no, it's not a pale horse, it's a pale person.
But it's actually the Bible verse is the pale horse.
Okay.
And upon it sits death.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess that makes more sense. Because I was all confused. I'm like, pale? Like him? That is the sick guy?
But Johnny Ringo is the one talking the verse.
That is true.
And the pale one shot him, so...
Yeah, so, I mean...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, in case you haven't seen the movie,
if
if you lived
Tombstone,
under a bigger rock than I have, I apologize. But yeah, so I thought he was supposed to be the prophecy guy, and I was all confused about why he was like robbing that saloon in the beginning with his girlfriend, the lady of the night lady that he's always with.
I forget her name, but yeah.
Yeah. Billy Bob Thornton. I recognized his voice before I recognized him.
He's uncredited in that role too. That's how far in 1993, like he wasn't
really
exactly Billy Bob Thornton yet. Yeah, so uncredited too.
I heard his voice and I'm like, no, like what?
It's like I'm playing poker with my sister's kids. It's just my favorite line out of him, and then he gets slapped bloody and just.
Oh my goodness! And then he's like just pathetic.
Yeah, he did that real well.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
And how about the scene afterwards, where he comes up with the shotgun and and then,
lay it down.
Doc Holliday just comes up and it's like, "Wow, Johnny Tyler" or something like that. You madcap.
Yeah, leave that shotgun here.
Then they just start talking and ignore him too. It was good.
Can I also say Kurt Russell? Right, that was he did that so well too. Like when he was acting all tough guy, like you believed it. Like when he had the gun to, I don't even know. I should pay more attention to people's names and their characters and all that.
Yeah.
But he had a gun to somebody's head and he's like, tell your men to back off or whatever, or I'll shoot you. And the guy's like, he's not bluffing that, like he just played that character so well that I feel like if I was in that situation, I'd be like, oh yeah, he's gonna kill me. Like, please get back because he is not bluffing. This is how
you felt that, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
And like throughout a lot of his scenes where it was just like, I'm not afraid to die. I will shoot you if I need to, kind of thing. Like he pulled that off so well. I do have to say, I was a little mad at Wyatt for being a little hound dog. I get that his wife was like addicted to opium
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and all that stuff.
It's basically like liquid heroin.
But like, be there for your sick wife. Instead of they go to the show and he's like, I'll be damned, like watching that newcomer, the actress that rolled into town.
Yeah, he basically like googly eyes right in front of her.
Yeah, but like worse than that. Like it wasn't like a guy getting caught staring. It was like he vocalized,
"Hey, you should go home because I like her."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude.
The old wolf from the cartoons,
Yes. And then this poor wife, goes back to drinking more opium. And like, I don't blame her. That was so rude of him.
I love, by the way, how you watch her just kind of descend into that addiction throughout. And she's in like 5 scenes maybe, but you can see her when she goes from like kind of dipping her finger into the bottle and then
to drinking out of the bottle. Yes, yeah, absolutely. And then like, again, that was so mean. His poor wife. And then he goes out frolicking. With the...
Nice choice.
He does, though. They're horseback riding.
You can't really come up with a better word for that scene, can you?
No, because that's exactly what was going on. Like,
you freaking nailed that.
And like, I have to admit, though, the actress that rode into town, like her whole thing, when they're talking about their idea of heaven and all that kind of stuff, and she said traveling around and just having fun and not looking back. I was like, oh, that's really cute. That's cool. And of course it strikes a chord with Wyatt, and that's awesome. But you have a wife. Yeah. So stop it.
So stop it. Mr. Cowboy.
Well, he shouldn't have been, he just shouldn't have been out there with her anyway.
This is why the description of the podcast gang says Naomi Scolds Wyatt Earp.
Listen, I liked him. I did like him as a character, but that was a flaw with his character. It did humanize him because it made him seem more like not just your rough, tough cowboy kind of guy. Like he does still have his flaws, but still, like your wife is an addiction, and you're making it worse by
Yeah, he's making it worse.
Well, he's not making it better.
Is that a new bottle?
Yeah, that ain't helping either. And then, of course, things go south. And what was it? Like, the brothers were trying to get some, law and order in the town. And, of course, that made things worse. And,
Well, the older brother was a lawman before, too. And he saw that, the town was basically, like, pre-Vegas, gambling and carousing. They were making a ton of money off of it. He started feeling guilty. and was like, listen, somebody, we have, it's kind of like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility.
Of
They
course.
have the power to be good lawmen. And
Right.
he was like, why aren't we doing it? We really should. And then, of course, when they start, that invites all the trouble.
And then again, things go south. It gets bloody. It gets pretty gory for an older movie, I feel.
Yeah, so they have...
And I hate saying that, an older movie. It was like
1993.
93, yeah. But still, like, I feel like it wouldn't... It just seemed really gory, and then they're trying to, like, pull bullets out of somebody's back. Ah, just gross.
Yeah.
Ugh, that was sick.
The gunfight you're talking about is the historically famous gunfight at the OK Corral.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I don't know if you caught that. I
No.
meant to, but I wanted to make sure that you were, paying attention to the movie and I wasn't interrupting the whole time.
I'll just have to watch the movie again,
But,
because this is a good enough movie that I would watch again.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
so, the gunfight at the OK Corral is what you're referring to. And
Okay.
then, Bill Paxton's character, Morgan, gets shot in the back, and they're trying to pull the bullet out.
Ooh,
That was an
yeah.
ambush. That was a completely different part. But
Yeah.
then there are a couple, another celebrity, at least one more celebrity, or now is even more famous. Michael Rooker
Yeah.
showed up as McMasters.
That's right.
Took Naomi a scene or two to figure that out.
Yeah, because I kept looking at his face, and I'm like,
It's the hair that threw you off.
yeah, because I asked you, I'm like, is he bald sometimes?
He's bald all the time.
Yeah, well,
Basically, anytime you would have seen him where he's not either in makeup or doing a voice.
yeah.
Yeah, so Michael Rooker showed up, and that was cool.
Yeah.
Both of Star-Lord's dads. If
That's
you're into the Marvel
right.
thing, which is...
Yeah.
I'm sorry for saying that.
But all in all, and again, just the way everything plays out, the way it ends, like, of course, Doc Holliday dying, like, that's a bummer. I want that character to live on forever, because he was very, very entertaining. Oh, when he was spinning the cup.
Yes. Johnny Ringo was doing the whole spinning the gun, trying to be scary.
Acting like a tough guy and like, I'm the fastest shooter kind of deal and all this stuff. And Doc Holliday does the same thing, but with a cup.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny. And you can see him basically like de-escalating the situation, but being a smartass at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's so well done. And again, he made it very like believable,
Yeah, Val Kilmer really, really... That is one of his more famous roles, too, because, he just crushed that whole thing.
Yeah. All in all, like, the whole movie was just a great movie. And, the way it ends where, he gets to be the one to kill the guy and just...
Tommy Huckleberry.
That's right. And to bring that back, like, full circle, it was really well done. So far, out of all the movies I watched, I loved this one the most.
All right.
Sorry, E.T., Shining, and I forget whatever else I watched.
Hocus Pocus was
oh yeah,
big.
well that was a letdown. Hocus Pocus.
So is that it? Because then we'll run through the review questions that we have. I actually made the list. I did some homework, and made the list of your ranking system.
Okay, I think that's it. The only thing that I want to say though is like, so I leave myself little notes while we're watching the movie. Just so, like, if something happens and I don't want to forget, or it's something specific that I know I want to mention, but right after things start going south, I stop taking notes, because I was so, like, into the movie that I was like, I'll write that down later. It doesn't matter, whatever. So I'm like, oh yeah, what did I like about the ending parts of the movie? Because I was just, again, so focused. It was that good.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. That's cool, because, obviously, I don't want to make you sit through a whole bunch of movies that, you're just not going to like just to watch them. So
right.
I'm glad you are enjoying them at least. You liked Big a little bit too, right?
I did like Big. Again, I liked E.T.
It's 1981, and this is, 40 years later.
Yeah. And
It's
then
tough.
Hocus Pocus I didn't care for.
Yeah, there you go.
But this movie, again, this one was a big one that I liked it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, the Tombstone review. There you go. So I believe we're going to start wrapping up the reviews is with a list of questions we'll run through.
Okay.
And feel free to elaborate if you want to.
Okay.
So, right off the bat, did you like it? I think we know the answer to that.
Yes, loved it.
Definitely liked it. All right,
Yeah.
loved it. Okay, cool.
Loved it.
What did you know about Tombstone heading into it?
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know.
You didn't know much.
I remember seeing the cover of it on a VHS tape when I was younger, but that's about it.
Did you know it was even like a Western?
I I think I figured that much, yeah.
Okay. That's good. What were your thoughts going into it? Did you think you were going to like it and all that stuff?
I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I actually did. I thought it was just going to be kind of... I honestly thought it was going to be a story that dragged a little bit. I didn't expect it to have the funny parts that it did. And again, I think the writing was really well. Again, it was clever and just, again, funny and snappy and all of that. And I don't think I was expecting that. I thought it was going to be kind of a Western, straight to the point. Yes, a dry kind of movie. And it wasn't.
When we get to Appaloosa, that was
Should
nice.
I put that on the back burner?
Yes. Yeah, okay. Appaloosa is something that I would probably never make you watch that one because that one is nice and dry.
I don't think I've even ever heard of that one.
So it's anyway. That is neither here nor there.
No.
So what surprised you? I guess we have covered that a little bit. The name.
I was surprising. Again, the writing of it being clever. Not that I didn't think it was going to be a clever or funny movie or anything like that. I just didn't expect those parts, you know?
Right.
I didn't expect to be carried away into the movie and go, oh, shoot, this is good, you know?
All right, cool. So would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger? These are our standard questions we're going to ask Naomi for every movie. And so, I mean, she liked it. She said she loved it now. So what do you think? Would you have liked it more if you saw it younger, maybe less?
I think I would like it less if I saw it being younger. I don't think I'd be able to understand just how good it was. I wouldn't have been able to catch all the clever jokes.
Well, cool.
I would have probably seen it as more of a Western shoot 'em up kind of movie and just been done with it. And it might be the reason why I haven't seen it, because it was like, oh, that somebody's watching that movie and it's just, again, shooty cowboy scene. Okay, I
think that's going to end up being an anomaly where I think the majority of movies you'll probably answer that you would have liked it more if you saw it when you were younger.
Right.
So that's cool. I want to be on the lookout for some of those. Like I want to find stuff that you think, it's an older movie, but you still like it more now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic. Favorite part?
My favorite part. Can it just be any scene with Doc Holliday? Because that was amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
Just Doc Holliday's your favorite part of that movie?
Yeah, I think so.
When that puts you right with a lot of people.
But again, like, Kurt Russell does such a good job, too. He's very believable with his toughness and all of that. So a lot of the scenes where he's just, just being the tough cowboy guy, like, he knocks it out of the park there, too.
Cool. All right. What is your least favorite part of Tombstone?
Ooh, I do know this. Besides him frolicking with other women, which I was not a fan of.
Only Scolds, Wyatt Earp.
That's right. I don't like the scene where, like, his hands are all bloody. It's right after...
Morgan dies.
Yeah, his hands are all bloody, and he's running in the streets, and it's raining. And, like, I feel like that scene kind of drags a little bit. Yeah. Like, we don't need to see this vulnerable part of him. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And especially like when he's yelling at the actress lady. I don't even remember her name in the movie.
I know. Why can't I remember it either? But somebody's out there screaming at their radio.
I know. And I apologize. And I really will try to be better with knowing, instead of saying, hey, that guy, and Luke having to describe what guy I'm talking about, I'll try to pay attention more to the names of the characters and how they relate to the main character.
Now, this is the movie she likes, too.
I know.
That one guy, and then the actress lady.
I never think about those things. I can picture it in my head, and that's usually good enough, not talking about it where people can't actually see what's going on. But anyways, like, his hands are all bloody, and the actress is out there, and he yells, get away from me. And I don't feel like that scene was as believable as, like, the rest of the movie.
I like that. That's a great way to put it, because, I mean, some vulnerability from your main character, especially who's such a tough guy and all of that, is good
fine.
For all that's,
yes.
to get all technical and
you're allowed to have that, but I feel like, again, it dragged on too much, and there's blood all over his hands, and he doesn't know what to do, and he's just holding him out weird, and then he finally, like, rubs him on his shirt a little bit. Like, I just feel like it was a little lost. Like, I didn't need it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love the take. That's fantastic. Would you recommend it to someone else who hasn't seen it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you have not seen it yet, sit down and watch it, and you'll enjoy it. It's good.
All right. Would you watch it again?
Absolutely.
And would you stop and watch it if it's on TV?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely would rewatch that movie. I actually would rewatch it soon. Like I really enjoyed it. I'll be yelling a little bit more at the screen during certain moments.
Quit frolicking, Wyatt Earp.
That's right. Go back to your sick wife.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Naomi scolding Wyatt Earp. So that's what you're going to get from Luke and Naomi from now on. Is Naomi scolding main characters of your favorite movies from the past.
I will really, really work on paying attention to the names and the characters. And thank you, Luke, for, translating all of that. Oh, he's got the gun to the whatever guy's face. You mean Ike?
Yes,
yeah, that guy. Yes,
Ike
that
Clanton,
one.
the biggest coward, in
oh my
40
goodness,
years of movies.
he really was.
It really.
I feel so bad for that guy as an actual person.
The actor.
Because
I don't even remember who played Ike Clanton.
Are we surprised? I bet you it's somebody who got the role and then nobody wanted to do movies with him because he just seemed like that person. Oh, he's a coward. No, we're looking for a tough guy. I'm sorry. And he's like, no, I was just playing that character, but no one wants to give him a chance because he just played such a good coward.
I am definitely not going to be able to look that up before.
That's all right.
Before we run out of words and start sounding like we're just rambling. So
that's right. Yeah. So let's not do that.
A great performance by whoever the hell played Ike Clanton, and I just feel like if I looked it up, it'd be like, oh my god, that guy's like a legend.
Okay. And wait, there's somebody else that like the head of the Cowboys guy.
The head of the Cowboys? Oh, Curly Bill.
Yeah, like. That was a very interesting character. Very entertaining to watch. The smiles.
Powers Booth. That's who that is. Powers Booth
is
Curly Bill.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still looking up the coward. Okay. My bad here.
That was Stephen Lang. Is Ike Clanton.
Poor Stephen Lang.
Not sure what he's got right off the top of. No kidding. He's the bad guy in Avatar. In the first Avatar movie, the Colonel guy with the big scar down that's him.
Who's that?
Ike Clanton.
Okay. Lost me there. I saw Avatar once, and it was recently,
that's right.
and I didn't like it. Yeah, but I'm not reviewing that movie right now.
No, that'll be
But no. The, what was his name again? Curly Bill. I was going to say Curly Bob, and it didn't sound right. Okay.
Curly Bill Brocious.
Curly Bill. When he would, smile and, chuckle at something where you're just like, dude, he played that well.
Powers Booth is a great actor, of course, but an amazing, amazing villain.
Yeah.
He's been in some villains.
Because the smile almost makes it seem like, oh, he doesn't seem that bad. And then he's got that, little chuckle, and you're like, oh my goodness, he's awful. Yeah. He's somebody who steals puppies and all that. He just gives you some bad vibes. Bad vibes. Solid.
Yeah, he's definitely he's in Sin City. He's a bad guy in Sin City, and then a ton of other stuff that just escaping me right now. But
yeah, I had a hard time fighting through that ending there. Everything was escaping me.
Yeah. So anyway, liked Tombstone.
Loved Tombstone.
And
yes.
Now we can cross that off your list, and you can crawl out from under the rock a little bit more.
It's a big boulder.
I
got a long way to go. Yeah.
All right.
Looking forward to the next movie though, and we don't usually decide until right before we watch it because it just depends on what kind of movie you're in the mood for.
Right.
If we put on a comedy and I'm not in the mood for a comedy, I'm not gonna like the movie.
Exactly.
So we have to wait until that moment happens. But we have a list of it's just so many movies across so many genres.
We have
that'll be fine.
We have our poster that we've talked about before, our 100 movies bucket list poster. On top of that, I'm keeping a running list in my phone if we're away from the house and something pops up, or if I think of something, or if somebody mentions something, or
we get lots of suggestions, which you can keep those suggestions coming as well.
Absolutely.
I'm always open to them.
Yep, just hit the Facebook page, Luke and Naomi On-Air. Of course, some of the ones we have loaded up, The Sixth Sense, if you can believe that.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, I should watch that.
Top Gun, which will be fun for me because I haven't seen Top Gun since probably 1993.
Cool. Cool.
Flight of the Navigator is another one that we have on there. I don't know how soon we'll get to that one because I want to stick with more real mainstream stuff. I know there's a lot of people out there going, yeah, hell yeah, Flight of the Navigator. But we'll go with
like the
stuff
big ones
the
that
Sixth
how
Sense.
can you have not seen this yet? I think it's going to be a lot of like 80s movies too.
Oh, heck yes. 80s and 90s all day long, which is just fantastic because that's my wheelhouse. So I can sit
That's
here and
right.
go, yeah, that's the scene where he had the gun to Ike it's not Clampett, it's Clanton. Jed Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies. Ike Clanton from Tombstone. Completely
Is that what
different
you're?
characters.
Yeah, you're getting those two mixed up there.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's why it works out great because again, Luke can decipher what I'm trying to describe in bad words, basically over here.
That's right. We still do want to hear from y'all, though, so we've got another topic for next week. If you want to go visit our Facebook page, Luke and Naomi On Air, of course, we want to give you some fun when you're checking that out, aside from all our other posts and things like that.
That's
so,
right.
Christmas time coming. We're talking about hanging up Christmas lights and all that. This is a question where I feel like it would lean one way, but I'm really interested to see where it goes. Because would you rather hang Christmas lights? And I mean hang Christmas lights, not decorate the tree.
No, hang Christmas lights.
Hang Christmas lights or wrap presents.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about shoe boxes. I'm talking about all the presents, all the little ones, all the odd-shaped ones.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah. And you have to pick one,
Yes, because personally, I don't mind doing both.
But you're going to have to pick one.
I think I lean one way more than the other, so I'm interested to see what everybody else thinks. So we've got a new movie review next week. We will be back next week.
That's right.
New movie review and your answers to would you rather hang Christmas lights or wrap presents. Definitely interested in that debate. So stay tuned.
Yeah, looking forward to hearing about it. All right, it's that time. It's time for the thought of the day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day on the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Oh my gosh. I don't think you get a thought of the day now.
I wish we had a camera for that one, man. I'm telling you.
I think you can hear it in my voice, how I feel about that one. What a jerk. Put up with this. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready over
ready.
there?
I am ready.
All right, I'm doing Christmas-themed ones because 'tis the season.
All right.
The moral of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is that no one likes you unless you're useful.
Wow.
It's sad, but it's true. And I apologize to those who really like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Apologize to my boss, Lindsay, because I know she does. But it is what it is.
Wow.
It is the moral of the story.
That's right. No one likes you unless you're useful.
That's right.
Aw.
Aw.
Wow.
All right.
Let's try to turn that back around.
I think we can. Luke, are you going to leave us with a laugh?
I'm going to do my best.
What do you got?
Are you ready? Quick shout out to Brian over in England for the book. We are running down to the end of this book. I only have a couple
no.
Oh, wow. I'm on the last page. I've had to skip a couple because some of them are more geared toward reading, and some of them...
They're visual jokes?
Yeah, and this is a book from Jolly Old, so some of them are geared more towards, the British, right? No idea what the hell the words meant.
Oh, so they're jokes you don't understand.
But we've gotten 27 episodes in, and I'm reading a handful at a time, so I think we did pretty good.
We did pretty good.
This is 28. Now I'm second guessing myself.
You're going to really do this right now?
It's 27. It's 27. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
I just read a book about the history of superglue. I couldn't put it down.
Oh, come on. I saw that one from like a mile away.
Oh, man. All right. My best friend went completely bald a few years ago, but he still carries his comb with him. He just can't part with it.
Oh, come on. That one, too. That's awful. Wow. You need some better dad jokes.
Love it. Thank you to Brian.
They are dad jokes.
Better dad jokes. I might have one handy over here.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Yeah, let's see if I got that loaded up. Let's see. A truck loaded with Vicks Vapo Rub overturned on the highway. Amazingly, no congestion for 8 hours.
Oh, come on. I feel like all three of those were in the same wheelhouse on the same level of dad jokiness.
Dad jokiness.
Ugh.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us for the 27th time.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you for spending this time with us. We love it.
Thanks for dealing with our time off, too. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week, episode 28, and a new Under a Rock review from Naomi.
That's right.
Looking forward to that and hearing whether you would rather hang Christmas lights or wrap presents.
That's right.
So, all right, we will talk to you next week. Have some fun this week and be excellent to each other.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.